Good morning, it's Granny Sue, and I'm showing you my homemade version of paper towels. And don't like to use paper products. First of all, they're expensive, and second of all, I consider them wasteful. I mean, why buy something if you're just going to throw it in the trash, right? It doesn't seem like it makes much sense to me. So, what I do is I use rags, and here is an example. This fabric here was one of my nightgowns that my dear sister made for me a long time ago. It was my favorite flannel nightgown. I wore it to pieces, literally. And even when I started trying to patch it, the fabric was so flimsy that I couldn't even sew anything to it. It would start to wear away around my stitches. So I finally had to succumb and said, okay, I'll tear this beautiful gown up. But I save the fabric and I store it in a little fabric lunch bag with Velcro top on it to keep it closed underneath the sink. And all of the little scraps of fabric that are like this, that are not usable for anything else, not for quilts, not for anything, they're just too worn, I use for paper towels. So I rip them up and wipe up, spills with these, and then if what I wipe up is, relatively clean, I'll just throw them back in the washer and use them again until finally they'll no doubt fall apart completely and I'll have to throw them away. I mean, you could use these, and a lot of people say, well, how do you handle like nasty things, like when the cat does its business in the corner or something? What do you do then? Don't you want a paper towel? No, I still use cloth, and these things are so, they would have been in the trash anyway, so if I use them to clean up something and I'm not going to wash them, I just throw it away. I mean, I would have thrown it away anyway, so this really works for me. So another thing I'm just going to briefly show you is some other things that you can do to avoid purchasing things in the store, paper products. This here is a homemade pad, woman's feminine pad, and my sister makes these, and she gave them to me, and I use those. I'm old, I'm past menopause, so I don't use it for that, but as you get older, some of your bladder tone loosens, and so just in case I might have a leak, I don't leak, but just in case, if I'm going to go to church or something, I'll put a pad on because I don't want to have an accident out in public. So that's what I do with those. So she makes those, and she also was talking about making a paper towel substitute in which she would make the paper towels out of cloth and then snap them together with snaps and then put on a roll. She said she saw this on YouTube, and I said, wow, that's pretty good. I just prefer to use rags, but that might be for a lot of people that are used to having a roll of something, that might work. So even, I've always been this way. I've never used things that I'm going to throw away. So trash bags I don't buy, for example, paper plates I don't buy. Anything that I can get away with something else, something that is reusable, that's what I do. And it saves me a lot of money. You wouldn't realize how much money you basically waste when you're buying things to put in the trash. So, and you'll say, well, okay, well, I'm sure you use tissue paper, bathroom tissue. Yes, I do. I use bathroom tissue. And also, though I don't use it for Kleenex, I use handkerchiefs, old-fashioned handkerchiefs, which my sister, again, God bless her, I mean, she knows me up and down, and she knows what I would really like for Christmas. And one year she bought some men's handkerchiefs and then crocheted edges around them to make them really frilly. So I have several frilly handkerchiefs, which I use, and I'm proud to carry with me, So we don't need a lot of the stuff that we buy and waste. So anyway, just some thoughts. God bless you all. You don't have to be as radical as me, but just think of some things that could save you some money. I mean, we're all in a pinch right now. We go to the grocery store, it actually hurts. I mean, it's like, oh. So think about ways that you can lessen your pain. All right. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Stay in the Word. Stay in the Spirit. Love you bunches.